Hi there. Welcome, welcome. Marcia Grace here, your Calm Creativity Connector. And it's Friday, time for being in the center of the storm, the calm. We're going to be the calm in the center of the storm. uh, so, the last few weeks, we've been talking about building confidence or regaining our confidence in these very difficult times. And we're going to continue that conversation today. So, but as I always tell you, and I like to confirm this and reaffirm this, that you have a way to experience your feelings and your thoughts and everything differently so that you can discover the solutions that you need for your business, for your life, for your relationships, all of your concerns, all of the fears that you have. And we all are going through quite a few right now. So this is extremely important to understand that you have those answers within yourself. And it all begins with your thoughts. That's where everything starts. So by shifting your thoughts from the external, all that stuff that's going on, all those people and what they're saying, or all the things that are happening, back to yourself, back to your inner wisdom, everything changes because that's where your answers are. So I'm here because my expertise is in teaching people how to do just that, how to shift from the outer to the inner so that you can hear that guidance, so that you can change your life, really, become everything that you want to be, and with joy and peace and calm and creativity and all those good things. So today we are talking about we'll continue to talk about how we rebuild our confidence, because for so many of us, and I as a business owner myself, I know how many people have really just had such an incredibly difficult time. They've lost their businesses, they've had to shut down, they've had to apply for loans, they've had to, reconfigure things. I mean, it's just been one heck of a challenge, shall we say. One heck of a challenge. And I get that. I totally get that. So that's why I'm talking about this, because you've done it before. You can do it again. I say that to everybody. And hi, Pam. Thanks for coming. But again, no one is confident all the time, especially in the face of what we've been going through. So, I mean, when you think about, let's think about one of the most famous people you can think about. Take Oprah, for instance. I mean, she came from such an incredibly difficult childhood and was able to find her way to, superhood. And just putting all that stuff behind her, and not in an easy way. I mean, her road wasn't like straight up; it was zigzag, good, bad, and that's true for all of us. I'm sure will all agree that any success we've had wasn't achieved in a straight line up. It was, fail, get back up and go, fail, get back up and go, and just that kind of zigzag pattern. So, but when we're feeling low, when we get, which many of us might be feeling right now, because maybe things haven't totally resolved yet, even though things are beginning to, we're beginning to see the light, hopefully. If we don't have a reoccurrence, we're in good shape. However, a lot has gone down the tube. So the first thing I would suggest, and that's what I'm here to do, is make some suggestions today to help us regain our confidence. Is to first think about what went right and what went wrong in our past life, in things that we've been through already, because we know we've made mistakes. Yeah, everybody makes mistakes. However, we have succeeded too, right? We've gotten past those mistakes, or we've learned from those mistakes. So think about those things. Get back to that time when you were going through that difficult period, and suddenly, you had a new idea, a new thought, and that was what took you out of there. So by recognizing that you are capable of success, even though you may not be feeling very successful at the moment, by remembering that, it'll help you get started back on a positive road, and to reignite those creative juices that will get you back on track. So you ask yourself, where did I succeed? Where did I fail? Those are all teaching experiences, and they come from knowing ourselves. We have to know ourselves. You have to be willing to look at yourself, and sometimes that can be a little scary. Right? We can say, oh boy, I don't want to go there. But no, it really is essential to go there, because nobody's perfect, and we've all made mistakes, but we've learned from them. So that's why we're here, and that's why we are the successful people that we are today, right? So that's the first thing. You need to think about what went right, what went wrong. How, look back and see what you've done, and no matter how small, right? It doesn't have to be a huge, I won $1 million contract, or I was on the Tonight Show or something. I don't know. It doesn't have to be anything that dramatic. We're talking about the little successes that you have throughout the day, where you made a phone call to someone and you had a really great conversation, and you made an arrangement perhaps to speak again and maybe do business together. So that's something to applaud. To remember that. It's so easy to just put that aside and go on to the next problem and say, oh no, here's another one. Stop for a minute and appreciate that little success. And it's not so little, because if it gives you business, wow, that's what you want. So we all have successes in our day. Every single day there's some kind of success. Maybe you learned a new recipe and it came out great. And you cooked it and it was wonderful. I don't know. It could be something very, very small, which we consider small, and yet each one of those things builds on the next. And as you allow yourself to appreciate that you've had that accomplishment, then you can pat yourself on the back and feel better. You're building up your own self-esteem, your own self-worth, your own confidence, and that's what we're looking to do. So, because what it does, every time you do that, it releases the dopamine, that feel-good hormone in your brain, and I think there's some testosterone that gets in there too, and this creates a loop of success. So you want to continue to do that. Applaud yourself. Yes, I did I did this. I succeeded, and wow, woo, that feels good. And so you do it again. So this is very a simple thing to keep in mind, but we can tend to forget these things when we're feeling a little low. So I get that. All right, and once you're in motion, you'll see your progress, and that's a really important aspect, because it's tricky. It's tricky to maintain a state of confidence when things may be not going our way as quickly as we had hoped they would. But embrace even the tiniest little steps of success that you make, and you will, putting one foot in front of the other, you will achieve that momentum that will get you going. So celebrate those small successes, definitely, as much as you can every day. And the next thing you want to do, and the way to make that easy to do, is to make a list. I know. I'm busy. I don't have time to make lists. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. How long does it take to grab a piece of paper or scribble it in a doc on your, I don't know, cell phone, wherever you keep notes, go into Evernote, whatever it is you use, and just make a list of, I made the phone call to so-and-so, and we have a date set up to talk again. Whatever it is, I got that shipment out. Whatever it is, we moved the furniture. I don't know. Whatever the small thing is, write it down. Because as you do that, and you do this every single day, don't let a day go by if you can possibly help it. Because as you do that, now when the times come when it gets tough, maybe having a bad down day, as we all do at some point or another, you can pull out your list and you can see what you've accomplished, and you can then say, oh yeah, that's right, that's me, I can do that, and you're back on track again. So really, that's why having that concrete form of insurance that says, yes, I am capable. I am able to, get these things done. You will be inspiring yourself. That's really what you want to do. You want to inspire yourself. So that list is going to help you stay inspired. And of course, there are other things that you can do. You can find books or videos or documentaries or anything about people who are in your similar situation, in your field of expertise, and you can listen to what they have to say. And let that be an encouragement. Because there's so many different ways to achieve the same thing. I don't believe in competition. I really don't. I mean, look how many car companies there are, right? I don't believe in competition. You could be doing. There could be two insurance salesmen, right? And one, and the way they do their job is different, and they're going to attract the customers to them that resonate to their energy, because that's a spiritual principle. We accept or reject people based on our synergies. What's matching up. How do we match up with each other? And so there is no competition, because you could. How many different ways are there to send email? How many different programs? How many different just everything. There's a million of everything. So you have a choice, and you pick that choice depending on the energy flow between you and that person. And the same thing goes for you in your business or your work. You're going to attract the people who can connect with you on your energy level. So competition is a stress factor. You don't want to consider that. You want to just get that out of there. Let go of that. So, because when you do that, when you let go of those things, again, you can get back to inspiring yourself to have confidence that you are able to get done what you came to do, what you came here to do. So, another aspect that I also want to bring up is that how important it is to forgive yourself. Because I said this earlier, that we all make mistakes, right? Nobody's perfect. So if you made a mistake and then you feel badly about it, well, that's normal. It's normal to kind of say, what's the matter with me? Why did I do that? But you don't want to stay there. You don't want to stay there. You want to pick yourself up and say, yes, it was a mistake. Honor that. Really, you must admit that, because you won't move on until you do. If you try to pretend like nothing happened and you try to bury it, that's not going to work. You have to own up to it. No question. Take responsibility. And we've talked about this before many times. So I won't belabor that. But yeah, absolutely. We've made mistakes, and you just admit it, and you say, okay, what can I learn from that, and how can I move on? So you forgive yourself, because when you forgive yourself, you've set aside all of the guilt and the anger and the self-hatred, all that stuff. You set that aside so that now you can move on. Forgiveness for me means you recognize you have a choice. When you don't forgive yourself, it's as if you've written it in concrete that I am this loser, I am this person who cannot get a job done or what have you, or do this thing right. And where does that get you? You're stuck, and you don't want to stay stuck. So you want to pick yourself up, and you want to continue along. Let that mistake teach you what it has to teach you, and you'll be the better for it. So, that's so absolutely essential to know. Okay, no, nothing is perfect, and yet we can attempt to move toward perfection, but not in a driven way. Not in a way that that's exhausting. You don't want to exhaust yourself, but you want to have a goal. I guess it's really for me, it's not about perfection, it's about a goal. It's about achieving a certain level of competence and experience that makes you feel good. You feel good inside. You say, yes, that's who I am. And that's what I have to give to the world, because aren't we here to do just that? So how do we do that? And you know, if you've hung around with me for any time at all, you know that for me, ultimately, the way we can achieve all of these things that we just talked about today is through quiet time. Spending that quiet time, because my expertise is teaching what I call meditative contemplation, and now more than ever we really need that. We need to find creative ways around our problems, and that's where they will be found, is in those quiet moments that we take to sit and just be open and receptive to that inner wisdom that we all have. You don't have to go anywhere special. You don't have to, do any special things. All you have to do is be willing to listen. And for some of us type A personalities, I know that's not so easy. However, it doesn't take a long time. It really doesn't. Once you get into the routine of it, it's like you brush your teeth every day. Do you think about it? Do you think about how long it takes? Or are you considering you're wasting time? No, it's just something you have to do. And you just do it. So it becomes part of your routine, and you know the benefits of it, because you don't want to lose your teeth. For sure, you don't want to lose your teeth. So take good care of them and meditate every day too. But not. I teach a certain way, and it's not necessarily the way you may think it is. So I won't say more about that right now, because I don't want to keep you too long. And I do want to get on to the second part of what we always do when we're here together on Fridays, and that is to do a guided meditation, do a little breathing. Because again, here's another fantastic technique. When you're feeling stressed, when you're feeling ill at ease, when you're feeling uncomfortable, one of the best things you can do for yourself is to breathe. And if you're saying to yourself, oh, I know how to breathe, no, you don't. Most of us don't know how to breathe properly. We know how to, we're breathing, we're walking around, but we do not breathe in a healthy fashion. Okay, what's the word I'm trying to think of? I can't think of it. But anyway, so this is what we're going to do first, and I'm going to get my candle here. Okay, I set this candle up so that we can use it if you prefer that, if you like a candle to look at. But we're going to do today I think we'll do a sighing breath. Feels like a good day for a sighing breath. It's a little cloudy out here today. We had a few little rain showers, which is wonderful. We need the rain here on Long Island desperately. So if you like looking at the candle, if that helps center you and focus you, that's great. If you prefer to close your eyes, absolutely great. And so what you want to do is you want to first blow out through the lips, blow out all the stale, dead air at the bottom of the lungs, and that takes effort. It's not just going, it's a really pushing your belly in so that you're really emptying out all the way to the bottom of your lungs, okay? So you're going to blow that out, and then you're going to breathe in to the count of, let's say 4, okay? To the count of 4, you're going to breathe in, and then, hiya, Camille. Good to see you. And Tom, hi, Tom. So as you breathing in, you take in that breath, and then you're going to hold it for 2, hold for 2, breathing in 4, hold for 2, and then let's sigh it out. And the sighing out is just very simply going, okay? And if you're in a place where there are other people around, I could appreciate if that's not something you want to do. But if you can find yourself a spot where nobody's going to see you or hear you for 2 minutes, for 1 minute, that would be best, okay? So, okay, you're sitting down, your legs are on the floor, your feet are on the floor, and you're resting comfortably straight so that your chest is open so you can take that nice deep breath in. Okay, so first we're going to blow out, so just blow it all out, push that belly in, and then beginning in that breath, take 1, 2, 3, 4 in, and hold, 1, 2, and now sigh it out. Pushing that belly in. And again, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, sigh it out. And one more time, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, and once more, sigh it out. Whew, let it all go, let it go. Ho, 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 ho. Okay. All right, so keeping your eyes closed or looking at the candle, just take a moment now just to feel the effects of that releasing, letting go, just releasing. And if you feel a little dizzy from taking those deep breaths in, that's no surprise, and very normal, so just don't get up quickly. And feel the effects. Because what you've just done is sent all that beautiful oxygen into all parts of your body. So you're feeling all tingly and energized and relaxed at the same time. So it's you can be both things. Both things are good. All right, so now that we're relaxed, spend another couple of minutes with me if you can. Preferably with your eyes closed, because I want you to go back to a time when you had a success, something that happened in your life, whether it was while you were in school and you got 100% on a spelling test, or you made a picture for your mom and she loved it and put it on the refrigerator, or or later on maybe you won a contest or started a new business. Whatever it was, go back now and think of that time, and think about how you felt when you accomplished that. How did your body feel? How did you feel? Did you feel excited? Did you feel like you were lifting off the ground, like you were walking on air, as they say? Did you feel as if nothing in the world could go wrong? Everything is just so wonderful. The sun is shining and you are the bright star. Yeah, think about how wonderful, wonderful that felt. And as you bring back these memories, maybe several things come to mind, and that's good too. That's wonderful. Now that you're able to do that and to remember those feelings that you felt and how good that felt, that's something you can have again right now. Right now, that's the same feeling that you just brought forward. So it's present right this minute. Even though it seems to have happened in the past, it's still with you right now. And so by keeping those feelings, that sense of accomplishment, that sense of joy, of happiness, of feeling so capable, that's how you maintain and you grow your confidence. Just as we said, no one goes through life on a straight upward trajectory. There are all the little fits and starts along the way. And maybe you're in one right now, and that's okay, because you won't stay there for long. Because you know that you've accomplished something in the past, this wonderful thing or things, and you'll do it again. So now I want you to applaud yourself. I want you to give yourself a mental pat on the back, or even a little. You can even hug yourself. Just wrap your arms around yourself and give yourself a little hug. And allow yourself to feel that sense of accomplishment. You did it before, you can do it again. And take that into the rest of your day. All right, so if your eyes are closed, before you open them, let's take one more full, slow, deep breath in. Feeling grateful for this few moments that we've given ourselves to remember how confident we are and how capable we are. And then as you breathe out, just let that breath go. And you can open your eyes, and I want you to have a beautiful rest of the day and rest of the week until we meet again. And remember, as I always say, nothing happens without a thought. Everything begins with a thought. So keep your thoughts light. All right. Many blessings. Take care. Until we meet again. Bye-bye.